AMET. Why? Because this class is going to be a recorded for a lesson purpose. A lesson, right? A lesson is part of AACT, UGC, and NBA, right? NBA requirements, basic requirements. Anyhow, I think that this is the first class, right? I'm going to start with the first. You can shortly see what is computer networks. Everything will be seen in the visualized, right? Go to next. Just next. Okay, the fundamental concept of computer networks. Next. As you know, there are 5 units. The first unit is going to study what is fundamental concept of computer networks, what do you mean computer networks, right? Everything we discussed in the previous classes. So I don't want to spend more time with you to take this topic. Go to next. Right? You know, telecommunication, data communications, what is the effective characteristic of computer networks? You know, delivery, accuracy, landline, meter. This is more important characteristic to become a good networks, to form a good networks. Next one. Okay. You know, there are 5 important components in the computer networks, including sender, receiver, message, protocol, of course media. Right? Media may be any coaxial cable or any wires, either radio waves, right? Yes. And data flow, simplex, off-duplex, full-duplex, we already discussed many times, so I can skip this topic. Go to next. Okay. How the networks, you know, is a set of devices to connect it together, right? Through the links, so that you can share, access any information from any device to another device. Not only device sense, you can use desktop to laptop or laptop to something, a printer or whatever, or PCB, whatever it may be. So this is what the basic concept of network. Next. Straight away, you can go to the point-to-point dedicated line, how it is connected by the common link, right? In case of multi-point or multi-top means, you have a link that is shared with more than 2 devices. That's why it is called, you can simply see the picture, how the workstation is connected with the common line with the mainframe, so that the same link will be shared with the other workstation. So what is an advantage, what is the disadvantages? In the point-to-point, the dedicated line, so that the entire capacity of channel will be shared by the 2 devices, so that you can get the signal without any loss, right? But the main thing is, if channel is, you just assume that the channel is fucked up, right? In that case, your signal, all the signal will be sent to the receiver, received by receiver without any loss. But however, in the multi-point, the same line can be divided, so that the total transmission capacity will be down. Because the data rate will be down, speed will be down, because of the same line will be shared by the many stations, right? Okay. Next. And you know, talk about the last class topology. Quickly I can record it. Mesh, star, bus, ring, tree. What it will be topology? It is a physical arrangements of networks by using links. That is what topology, right? How you have to form the networks with help of different requirements arrangements. However, there are 3 certain requirements will be there. You have to consider before to form a topology, to form a networks, computer networks. What are the main requirements? First one is flexibility. It should be more flexible, right? And it is more effective, efficient. And last one is it's a maintenance free. It should be a maintenance free. Suppose you are sitting here, you feel comfortable, okay, or otherwise there is no number 2 means you cannot listen. Automatically, right? That is what it is a basic requirement before going to online topology. Next. Okay, next. We can see already discussed there. Right away go to the YSL, into YSL. Categories also we can discuss in last class. Local area networks, wireless area networks, metropolitan, and wide. Of course, one network is missing. Which one is missing? Fan. You know what is PAN? It's a personal area network. It is network. You think that it's network because single system is called as a network. But as per our definition, two or more devices connected together is called as a networks. But it is only one thing. How do you say it is a network? How it is comes under the networks category? Because even though you are using single system, you not only CPU, you cannot use it, including keyboard, mouse, everything. Right? It will be help to communicate the data to the other part. When you type in something, that signal is called as a intelligent signal. That means everybody can understand. As a human being, I can easily understand. As a human being, you can also understand. Hi, how are you? Everybody can understand. But the system cannot understand. Your device cannot understand. So that's why everybody can understand, would understand the language called as a intelligent language. But it's not considered by the node because we want to convert the intelligent signal into unintelligent signals. Right? That means machine code. You can understand, but machine cannot understand. Your signal can be converted as a machine code so that the machine can be processed further and give us output again by the intelligent language. So these are the various networks categories: LAN, WAN, MAN, right? How this is covered, how much this is covered, everything will be discussed in the last class. Next part. Okay, next. Switching device altogether, right? What is the switching mechanism? What is the switching mechanism? Switching is a mechanism. It's a mechanism to interconnect various interlinks to form a network for efficient transmission of signal. Right? What do you mean by switching network? Switching network is two or more links can be connected together to transfer data more efficiently with the help of some technology, TDM and FDM. Right? Frequency division multiplexing and time division multiplexing. Correct? And there are certain switching networks will be there. Circuit switching, packet switching, so you know what is what. Packet switching means what? So entire data can be divided into number of packets. Each packet can be included with some headers and trailers, then transmit. Where headers mean some information will be added along with your packets. What information can be added additionally? Where the packet can come from, where they want to deliver it. Right? That means source address, destination address, including the intermediate router address. Suppose I am transferring, you are receiving. Intermediate, who is the intermediate here? Who is the intermediate here? Huh? Router, but I am taking classes, right? I am not using any router. Router's concept means I am transferring, you are again transferring to others, right? This is what aiding the information. But here air is the intermediate. Here is the intermediate. So likewise, for any wireless or wired cases, some router will be there to enable the services to collect it and transmit to the other end. Right? In the circuit, it is made up of only by the circuits by using technology TDM FDM, like multiplexing concept. And in the message switching, it is combined of these two, packet as well as circuits. It is made up by the circuit. However, the packet can be transmitted. The information can be transmitted as a packets. Right? So, entire data, linked data can be divided into number of packets and added with some headers value, then transmit it. The only thing is, it can wait for connecting all the information at one point. Right? Once the information is collected at one point, then you can forward it to the other end. The best example is postman service. Best example is postman service. How the postman can collect your letters and transmit to the corresponding destinations. Suppose you supposed to send any letters to the any destination place, very famous place, Delhi or whatever, right? Any Cochin, whatever. If somebody in Chennai can send a letter to the Cochin, So all the coaching packets can be collected at one center. For example, center post office. Then they can segregate it and collect it and transmit to the Cochin head office. In the Cochin head office, again it can be segregated as per the locality of dispatching the paper, dispatching the letters, then transmit to the corresponding area. This is what store and forward. But it is made up by the circuits. Right? One center office is there, so many office bearer is there. The office bearer can segregate the letters. Similarly, the letters can be dispatched to the other end in the other post office head office, like Chennai office to Cochin office or Delhi office, whatever, Hyderabad office. In the Hyderabad office, that all the letters came from a different locality of India. For example, some letters from the Chennai, some letters from the Trichy, some letters from the Delhi, Calcutta, whatever. Then again it is segregated, right? This is what the circuit message switching will be. This is the switching method, right? This is very important. Straight away go to the voice. Yes. No need. Protocol, yes. So you know what is protocol? Protocol is an important component in the computer networks. So without protocol, you cannot transmit any data. Now we define what is protocol. Say that it is some set of rules and regulations, right? The rules and regulations means before any transmission could take place, you should configure the system. You should properly establish the path, everything, all including rules and regulations. For example, here the rules and regulations. Before I'm going to take class, I'm going to to all the students in the different seats and take attendance. This is all some procedure, small procedure. The main procedure is if I am taking class, everybody can somebody can from the Kerala, somebody from the Andhra, right? So most of them from the Tamil Nadu. But I am taking the common language. Some can understand in the English, some cannot understand the English. But I don't know other language, right? So I am taking classes in common language. If others not understand, somebody can help them to understand my class, so that we need some intermediate. This is what the concept, same concept used in the computer networks, where the protocol is used to convey the information in sophisticated manner to the other end. Right? If you connect these two, some way you can connect it. You have purchased it, you sit and you can send. Not is possible. You want to configure it. You want to set some wires. Suppose when you send down mail along with some attachment, attachment or PDF, right? Or zip file, right? But you have a zip file tools, so you can zip it, compress it, you can send it. But others, they don't have such tools. They cannot open it. That means others also want to install it. That means both will communicate together by using to install the same software in the both system. This is what protocol. This is what protocol. Otherwise, you may continuously transfer the data, but others cannot. Yes, of course, receive it, but they cannot open it. Right? This is what the concept of protocol. You got it? Now, the protocol, the standard is very must to form any network, not only the small network, even intranet. Before that, I want to clarify what is internet, what is intranet. I mean, I, internet. Another one is small I. Do you know the difference of these two? What is small I? What is capital I? Yes, of course, same letters, same ornaments in the English. I and voter I are small. So small I means, computer networks. It is collection of networks to sharing the information with the possible links. It may be a wide link or it may be a wireless link, right? But small I means it is collection of devices to form a network for particular purpose. For example, best example in our lab, we have plenty of systems, some segregations. This is lab 1, lab 2, lab 3, right? This is what called small internet. Internet means is a networks of computer networks. Interconnection of networks. This is what another name, very familiar name is intranet. You know what is intranet? Intranet that is equal to internet small I. It starts with the small I. Internet means for our sophistication, you are connecting some devices, and for our sophistication, you are disconnecting some devices at any time as per your requirements. This is what internet. But another one is CAPS IE. CAPS IE means internet. You are transmitting the data, receiving data over the worldwide. Right? You can connect in by the various domain, various server, right? So that you can collect it, you can transmit it, right? Don't depend on any others. This is what internet. So internet means over the worldwide connectivity. Plenty of millions to millions of data and devices connected by the all over the world, right? This is what called a capsule internet. You know to understand, and do you know the difference? Okay. Next. Wait. So in the protocol, the syntax means the format of data. As I told you, this is file, PDF file. You are formatting some PDF file, but you couldn't open it because of there is no proper format. And the semantics means when you have each section have a protocol structure. So session is what? What is the program? Application program. You know what is application program? You are switch on the system. Then one to do list. Booting. Then what's next? You want to formulate some information and transmit to the others by the mail. What do you do? Your data is stored in the one driver, any drive, right? You have to take and attach with the knife. You have to send. How it is possible? You are starting with one window. You are opening it window and minimize it. Then again open the another session. This is what session? This is what program? Application program. For particular application, you are opening one windows. Right? And you minimize it. You can get the other information from by opening other windows. So this is what one session. This is what session can be connected by the TCP IP. You know what is TCP IP? It's a reliable protocol. It's a reliable protocol. Your data can be transmitted through pre-established form. That means one by one. With the error and the flow control. What do you mean by error and flow control? It is pre-established part. Through the path, the information can be transmitted. Right? So if anything is missed out, that particular packets can be easily identified by the acknowledgement. I am sending one data. After receiving the acknowledgement, again I am sending the second data. After receiving the second acknowledgement, I am sending third data. If anything not declared from the receiver, I could understand the second data, third data can be missed out. Again I will send the same data. So that this is a reliable transmission. That means if you send the 10 packets surely can transmit at the other end. If anything is wrong, if anything is missing due to some failure or due to losses, right? So again the receiver can ask it, then they will send it. But this is what reliable. Of course, TCP is a transmission control protocol, right? It's a transmission control protocol, but including IP. But IP is not reliable. IP is not reliable. IP means internet protocol. Internet protocol must for reliable transmission, but it's not. It's a best effort protocol. Best effort means you are connecting. You are like to transmit the data, but however there is no net connectivity. There is no net connectivity. How it is connected? By the IP configuration, right? If it is not configured, the signal cannot be transmitted. The mail so that's we need IP. But however TCP is a relay. Another one is unique with IP. That is what user datagram protocol. So user datagram protocol means it is a best approach delivery at their own time without any error or flow control. In the first cases, in TCP/IP, some checksum will be there added along the transmission data, right? Suppose you are sending one packet, they can add some header, some titles, right? So they can include the not only the source address, not only the destination address, not only the router's address, also include the some checksum value. Checksum value means if this value is transmitted, you can check at the transmitter side. Suppose you are sending any courier, they can check the how many grams of letters. So whether it is properly rated or properly is spaced, everything is checked, right? This is what checksum. At the delivery time, again you can check whether the letters either it is open already, everything is missing, right? You can check it properly. This is what checksum, right? Manually. So where the system, how we will check them? We can add some codes, extra codes, right? That is what that code will be checked out at the outer side. I mean at the receiving side, right? So whereas flow control means you can fastly transmit the data, you can slowly receive the data. Sometimes due to this unsynchronization, the data may be lost. So the flow control, what the flow control will do is to match the transmission speed, right? Even though you are fastly transmit the data, you can store in the queue, and based on the receiving capacity of the receiver, it can send one by one. This is what synchronization, right? So this is what flow control will be there in this TCP/IP, but such a facility is not in the best effort delivery of UDP. And UDP means they can use any routes, any packet transmit first, but you are sending first packet first, but it's not being delivered at first. You are sending last packets. For example, we take the packets last, but unfortunately, that packet can be delivered first. That means what? They can use any path. Previous one is previous path. See, this is what one door, one entrance. After I am entering all the student, I can lock it out. This is what is it. Whereas in the second cases, I can open it. Anybody can come. Anybody can listen. Anybody can go for their own time. This is what UDP. That means what? There is no control. There is no control mechanism. Right? I can transmit. You can receive it at the same time, or maybe at another time, other bit of time. This is what UDP. So in the standards, there are two types of standards. There, de facto and de jure. It is by the standard, by the fact. Another one is by the law. So we can simply say it is 80/80 or un-80/80. So de facto, it is not approved by the standards. Yes, of course, some ISO standard is there. When you go and purchase some system, domestic systems, domestic washing machine, whatever, right? You are following whether it is a ISO standard, right? Suppose you are supposed to join in any university, you are checking out whether it is a accredited university, MBA, NAC. That means what? Some standard is there, right? But it is approved by law. Yes, that is what we choose. If both will be followed, then only it is a correct system. If anyone is missing, it is not. I cannot say it is correct, right?